The ransom nappers of the fourth kind knew exactly what their next move was. Trap patients in an endless cycle of problem-solution conundrums only a fifth grader could get out of. The modern-day doctors of the so-called 50s and 60s demanded that smoking was okay for you, and they did it too, so why shouldn't you? I think we all know how that turned out. The real game changer was the pimpin' pharma companies and their MD hoes pushing their products of addiction and dependency on the masses. This helped usher in a preponderance of Citadel, the likes of which we cannot control, not even with a side effect that makes you super-strength Reptoid Man. As we moved into the so-called modern age of medicine, we became very pretentious about our medical system. In an ultimate propaganda piece, they began to call Eastern medicine quote-unquote alternative medicine, and our modern medical system mainstream medicine, even though Eastern medicine has been around for thousands of years. But who really cares? We need to sell it somehow and make ourselves look credible.
Do you suffer from harsh looks? Does your brassiere run away from you every chance it gets? Does your uncle's cousin's dog debate last only the size of a crowning king? If so, you may be suffering from balloon bag lazy titty syndrome, or tits for short. This affliction affects only the softest women of eggless land. It can be very embarrassing for all who are involved. You'll be subjected to endless ice cream cones of the non-dairy variety, long legs of longing, and the belly flop that killed that little boy with the oversized groin. If you're done with this titty grab that never ends, then it's time for you to ask your drug-dealing doctor about Nipsala. Nipsala is the first drug of choice for this humiliating and decapitating diarrhea dump we call titty syndrome. It's time for your tits to be well again, or you can just dirt nap it. Not everyone is meant to take Nipsala, especially those people who process air through their lungs, especially not those people. Please ask your prostitute doctor about Nipsala. See if it's right for you. If you experience any of the following side effects, please stop using Nipsala and contact your Band-Aid doctor right away. Side effects may include your cat looking at you in a sexual manner, police reports that scamper scampi, days of unsultry nights, the diarrhea monster from your sister's 8th grade orgasm experiment, a fart that sounds like a question, the dad who fought to be a mom, the derelict army of army and derelicts past, a never-ending attraction to the world as we know it. If you're breathing, dying, living, eating breakfast, lunch, or dinner, scraping your children off the sidewalk, or just plain don't know how to know, please discontinue use of Nipsala and contact your doctor immediately. Make sure to ask your doctor, today about Nipsala. It's time to get your supple tits back.
The business model has now changed. Big Pharma comes to the modern doctor with a bribe so big, even your whore mother couldn't swallow it. Push these pills and band-aid the situation as best you can, and keep these nutritionally ignorant patients coming back for more hamster wheeling. God forbid you should get to the root cause of an illness. Who would ever do that? This whole system is backwards. Heart attack patients in hospital being fed Salisbury steak for dinner, cancer patients being poisoned and having their immune system suppressed, like an army who has to fight the battle of their lives, and General Dollop Master has just cut off all their feet. What a brilliant strategy. Nurses saying they have a calling to help people, all the while pumping their patients with drugs they know nothing about. National Heart Association presidents having heart attacks, like an anti-molesting organization's leader who gets arrested for touching kids. When will this all change. Perhaps when people take priority over profit. Until then, you'll keep getting what you're getting, a system that keeps the balance just right, not too sick to where you die, but just sick enough to keep you coming back for more sickery. A cure for cancer is a cure for profits.